Good evening, 47. Your targets are Dr. Pavel Friedel and Dr. Akane Akanawa, brilliant and unethical transplant surgeons. Both were involved in performing an operation on a billionaire's son. However, the organ had been sourced illicitly in Central Africa, and the patient died of hemorrhagic fever shortly after. We have located the targets at Gamma in Hokkaido, where they are key members of staff and will enjoy a great deal of freedom of movement and protection within the facility itself. The client offers a substantial bonus if the targets are eliminated in a manner appropriate to the death of their patient. As you know, the Gamma facility has worked with infectious diseases, so you should be able to find something useful on site. And I know you appreciate poetic justice. The clock is ticking, 47. Good luck.
Yo, what's up, Freeze Army, and welcome to possibly the most annoying elusive target that I've ever recovered in the reactivated ones so far. This is the Surgeons. This is the reactivated elusive target number 20. Mine is Mr. Freeze 2244. This is the Silent Assassin from Mastery Level 1 video redone. This is first of all, we're going to start in our favourite suit, the Raven suit. Obviously, we've got no equipment with us because we're only Mastery Level 1. And as soon as you start there, you just want to go ahead and grab the scissors from 47's bathroom. We're going to use this as a distractional device, and we're going to head up the stairs now and into the bathroom to our right. Inside there's going to be a patient. You just want to go ahead and take him out, and then drag his body in the nearby cubicle and store his body in the closet. We're just going to leave him there because we just need to get him out of the area because we need to use this room to distract the director. So this is the little closet here with all the flip-flops and towels and things. And yeah, the director is just going to be downstairs. He's going to be talking to Yuki Yamazaki right now. So we're just going to wait for him to come up here. We can't stay in this position here for too long because Jason Portman does come around and he will talk to you if he spots you. So let's just wait in the bathroom for now. And once he gets to the top of the slope, it's not stairway, is it? It's a slope. Once he gets to the top, we're just going to distract him with the scissors into this bathroom. We're going to go ahead and subdue him and then grab his disguise. Also, we need to retrieve our scissors. We're going to need those. So we're just going to make sure we pick those back up. So now Jason Portman's out of the way and the director's at the top of the slope. We're just going to throw the scissors in the corner like that. The director, somehow you can hear from all that range, and he comes over to investigate. Just make sure you close the door before you go ahead and subdue him, because you can get a problem where the security guard can see what you're doing. So just make sure you close the door when you subdue him. Make sure you retrieve your scissors as well and hide his body also in the closet with his friend. There we go. Just going to grab his disguise right now. We're going to need this disguise actually to get into his office. Inside the office is going to be a non-descriptive key card. I'm going to use that to get the RFID card to open all the doors. So it might sound complicated, but it's very simple. But it's because we're starting from Mastery Level 1, we've got to jump through a lot of hoops to get through all these doors that we need, because one of the optional objectives, obviously we're going to do it, one of the optional objectives is to take care of both targets with both of the hemorrhagic syringes. So we need to grab those. So once you go up the stairs here, we're obviously going to get spotted by the camera, but we're going to take those out a little bit later on. There's going to be an enforcer here to the left, and we're just going to wait for him to walk away. Obviously he does that little 360 turn to clearly, the game developers are clearly wanting you to get spotted there, but we're not going to fall for that. We're just going to wait for him to finish his whatever he's doing on the phone there, and he's going to walk back and stand next to his friend again, and that's when we're going to head into that office just in front of him. We don't want to take any risks. That's exactly why we're waiting right here. It shouldn't take too long. It's probably about 10-20 seconds or so. But it's worth just waiting rather than taking the risk. If you're feeling a bit risky, go ahead and run in front of him. But you're most likely going to get spotted, so I highly would not recommend doing that. So just be patient. A lot of this doesn't require that much timing in this whole walkthrough, so you don't have to worry too much about that. So once we're in this office here, we're just going to pick up the non-descripted keycard on his desk. There we go. Now we're going to head down into the basement. So we're going to actually open the... we're going to first of all take out the evidence with the cameras that spotted us a little bit earlier, and we're going to go down and open up the morgue, which Agent Smith is going to be inside, and he's going to have a painfully long conversation with 47 there, and he's going to give us an RFID card to get into the room so we can get our hemorrhagic syringes. Am I saying that right? Hemorrhagic? I think I am. But yeah, you just want to use the key card on this thing right here. Just taking out the evidence already. So we're just going to have to wait for this conversation to play out. So when Smith finally stops yabbering on, he does drop the RFID card, and that's when we're going to use that on the stem cell room to our right here. We're going to go and grab the hemorrhagic syringes from this little safe right here, and then we're going to head upstairs and take care of our first target. Now she's going to be the female that's going to be in the blue doctor's outfit, the surgeon outfit I should say. And most of the time she's going to be coming out of the surgery area and heading down to the end of this walkway. And she does have a phone call conversation like she is doing right now. But the only time you want to prick her with a syringe is when everyone has their back to you. Make sure that all the guards are facing a different way before you stab her with the syringe. Just keep that in mind before you do it. Otherwise you could potentially get seen through walls and that could fail you completely. Luckily, if you do get spotted, just make sure you react fast enough and click restart before she dies. And you should be fine to redo that. But you shouldn't have any problems with that. The next person is going to be in this area over here. He does have a peculiar movement system. He does sometimes go outside, but I've got this down to be pretty consistent. Around the 7 to 8 minutes to 8 to 9 minute mark, he does come over to the area to our right. So we're just going to grab a coin from behind the bar there. Just watch out for the chef. He is an enforcer for some reason. And this location is where we're going to wait for our target. He is going to go over and talk to the guard to our right. And he's going to go into a cubicle to our right. And that's when we're going to go and take him out in that booth there. But previously, when I've done this particular target, had no problems with the people seeing through walls. But when replicating that exact same thing, it just every single time I got spotted by people that's seen through several walls. It seems to be a major issue with the syringe system ever since it first came out, and I never got really around to fixing it. And I don't really know why. I mean, this game's been out for 2.5 years now, and unfortunately they still haven't got around to fixing the syringe problem. That's why I try and tend to avoid syringes, because stuff like this happens, especially in a place like Hokkaido when it's particularly worse than other maps in particular. But yeah, after you wait a while, he does check a few sips from his wine. He does eventually go over and talk to the security guard to our right about some steroids and things like that. So like I said, after a couple of minutes between the 8 to 9 minute mark, he does eventually come over in this area right over here, and he's going to have a conversation with the security guard. You can actually speed this up by just nudging the guard. If you want to go ahead and play out the conversation, it is quite a funny conversation, but if you wanted to get it over, just bump the guard right there. He will walk away. The doctor just tends to stand in the middle for a second. We're actually waiting for the security guard to move out of the way first. We're going to then nudge the doctor, then drop the coin in the corner of the room. Walk around the table to get behind him, and as he goes over towards the coin, that is when you want to go ahead and syringe him. The reason why we're pulling him into the corner there is because it just minimises the odds of us getting seen through walls from a distance. And that's exactly the reason why we're doing that. And just before we exit the level, we're just going to go ahead and retrieve our suit before we leave. But I just want to say this was a pain in the backside because of all the problems with the syringe system. Like I said, I just wish that they fixed the problem. Hopefully they've sorted it out in Season 2, but who knows, we'll see about that. But, you know, apart from that, this Elusive Target was alright. It's just a lot of random stuff that happens. Like sometimes they spawn in different locations at the start. Your movement is a little bit different. But these are the more consistent pattern I've gotten down to get this to work. So hopefully you have no problems with this, and hopefully you get the Silent Assassin and unlock all your suits that you need. There's only got 2 Elusive Targets that are in Hokkaido, so hopefully you're going to get one of these. The second one is relatively easy compared to this one, I think. But this wasn't too difficult. So there's your Silent Assassin rating there at the end. And also you get rewarded the white Yukata. I also got the 47 signature suit with gloves on this account. So again, thank you very much for watching. Feel free to drop a like on the video and subscribe if you are new to the channel. And make sure you hit that bell notification to be notified. Consider supporting me on Patreon, or even becoming a sponsor of the channel, or a membership as they're calling it now. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Cheers.